Welcome to CIO TV.live, an initiative of Accent Infomedia and a sister concern of Enterprise IT World, which is a leading IT magazine for South Asia, Middle East, and Africa. We have been talking to various stakeholders, senior leaders of IT, and trying to understand what is happening around information technology implementation and digital transformation. In this part of the episode, my guest is Mr. Dhaval Mankad, CIO, Havmor Ice Cream Private Limited. Dhaval has a rich and varied experience for over 26 years. Prior to joining Havmor, he has worked with companies like L&T Power, Reliance Industries, SourcePro Infotech in different roles. He has been leading in various roles. He has been in leadership roles since last 12 to 13 years. At Havmor, he is responsible for overall IT management to help business leverage technology and thereby helping market expansion with cloud first and outsourcing of standard support strategy. He is leading more of business IT enablement than technology management. Mr. Dhaval Makkad, warm welcome to you and thank you very much for taking time out and speaking to CIOTV.live.
Thank you, Sanjay ji. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Before we proceed, let me tell you that this episode of CIO Talk is powered by Veeam Software. Okay, my first question, Mr. Dhaval, is that if you can start with giving me some brief idea about your organization in respect to the users and assets, that will help me in understanding and ask you other questions.
Okay. I will take 1 minute for briefing about Havmor. We are 75 years strong brand based out of Ahmedabad. We have two state-of-the-art manufacturing facilities, one in Ahmedabad and one in Faridabad. And we are headquartered in Ahmedabad. And in December 2017, Havmor ice cream business was acquired by Lotte, which is a South Korean conglomerate. So in terms of, this is the geographical spread. Currently we operate in 20 states and we have a very strong network of distributors supported by about 60,000 active retailers, which sells to the end consumers. If we talk about the user base and the employee, we are about 800 employees, which includes the front-ending sales team and the blue-collar, white-collar teams. In terms of compute users, we are about 350 compute users, and we have this cloud-first strategy adopted. So all our production instances are running on cloud, and we do have some local infrastructure which runs typical IT, hygiene, and small tools utility out of the on-premise data center, whatever we have.
All right. Today we are sitting at a time or a place which is completely affected by the pandemic, but things are becoming better. But last, I think I'll say 9 to 10 months, it was not that great. During that time, organization struggled also. The CIO struggled also. Solution providers, they also struggled keeping everything intact. So how has been your strategy in this pandemic to keep your organization immune and not being affected by whatever disruption that could have happened?
Yeah, I mean, yes, very true. I mean, this were unprecedented time. I mean, once in a lifetime episode kind of thing in our life. Fortunately, at Havmor, we were a bit proactive when the pandemic started, and I guess we had first few cases getting reported in second week of March 2020, and we started hearing about work from home from culture in Pune and Bangalore kind of metros. So we have very professional management. All the function heads and board of director forms the management committee of Havmor, which I am also part of. And we decided to give a try for 1 day home work from home, which was completely new for our kind of manufacturing and sales setup. And it went very well. Everybody was happy that, okay, it's working well. And then we thought, let us give one more try for 3 days of work from home. So 22nd, 23rd, and 24th March, we extended the work from home. And by that time, the nationwide, Gujarat-wide lockdown was announced. But since we were already into this phase, we were not at all panicked, and we were, in fact, all preparations were done prior to the lockdown declaration. And since we were on cloud, we are already having all the applications for cloud. Accessibility of applications was never an issue, and we had inventories of laptop, and we anyway have a higher population of laptop usage across the organization, so that was also not a challenge. The only challenge which we faced was managing few of the connectivity, I mean the dongles, what we call the mobile hotspots, which we managed somehow. So that was the only challenge. Otherwise, it was as smooth as it could be. I mean, we had no challenges, and for the first time also we could complete the year end, month and all the processes very smoothly, very effectively.
Okay, you said cloud. So what are there in cloud? Whether you are in some parties in hybrid or into the on-prem one, can you please take me through quickly?
So we have our ERP, SAP, S4HANA on cloud, our distributor management system, our Parlor operating software, POS, what we call, is also on the cloud. And then there are quite a few things which are being used as a software as a service. For example, HRMS again is a software as a service, so that's also on the cloud. All the security landscape, typically the endpoint security, the server protect, those things are also running from cloud, because all those things are being offered as a software as a service. Your email, we are using Office 365 plus the other web platform, so everything is on cloud. So locally we are having hardly the non-critical landscape, which is basically the shared folders or a few other IT hygiene
Okay,
applications.
okay. So more or less, I'll say 90-95% of resources are hosted from cloud.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Now, the other thing is that many of the organizations didn't have BCP earlier. Now, pandemic taught us that you need to have business continuity planning, the backups, disaster recovery. Were you ready for that, or you adopted into BCP? Do you have any backup strategy also?
Yeah, so again, I will rely on cloud, because since we were already on cloud, we had cloud-based backup and cloud-based BCP in place. We are having our DR also on cloud on a different geographical region. And with respect to critical workloads, I mean, in terms of the on-premise servers or the endpoints which are critical desktop laptop, we had backup solution in place. Again, it is from Vim only, and we were backing it up on the on-premise infrastructure, because that was the thought process that laptops move out of office and it's better to keep a copy of laptop backup on-premise. But then with pandemic, we have changed that strategy also, and now we have adopted cloud-based backup for laptop desktop as well, because most of the people are working in hybrid environment, work from home and office environment both, because we are still not operating at 100% strength in office. So those are the changes we had to do in terms of backup strategy. So all our endpoint backup, we have moved to cloud-based backup, and additionally we have adopted a few more solutions for cloud-based backup,
Okay.
and
Dhawal,
and
as
and
you
and,
know,
rely, and less relying on any on-premise storage or any backup solutions.
okay. So as you know that cybersecurity has been a major concern for a long time, and it has been amplified during the
Yeah.
COVID times on, pretext of something or other, agents enter into your premises. There are many cases, very large organization got hacked.
Yeah.
Even small organization like your Mithas, that got also hacked. Ransom, things were encrypted, ransomware asked for. Later on, they had the backup, and that they somehow they managed, but somehow our data they definitely lost, which was a loss to the company and reputation on top of that.
True.
So, what has been your strategy, including your DLP strategy, because you allowed your workers to work from home or from remote location for certain period of time. So, what has been your strategy as far as cybersecurity is concerned and monitoring is concerned?
Okay. So, I mean, security is one thing which, I mean, we need to continuously remain alert, aware, and remain updated. I mean, so we have been continuously reviewing our security infrastructure as well. So, we have upgraded to a XDR based antivirus solution for the endpoint. We have adopted server protects for critical workload. And in terms of cloud infrastructure, we are continuously working with partners for reviewing the security configurations on a monthly basis so that we don't have any gaps. And we continuously do the security assessment of the cloud infrastructure. And we have also adopted the 24 by 7 on demand scanning, vulnerability assessment, and application audit services to keep the landscape protected.
Okay. The RPA, that has been a big activity or big solution these days. CIOs are aggressively adapting.
Yep.
You look at the banking sector on the front end, they are also bringing in some automation. So like chatbots are coming in. That also, you can say low hanging fruit automation. At the back end, since you have HANA with you, so RPA is doing away with the manual entry of the data. So are you also into that? Are you also planning some kind of automation or RPA?
Yes, so we are, since we are on S4 HANA, we are a big time leveraging capability of HANA. So that we don't have any trademark RPA platform, but we have been leveraging inherent capability of S4 HANA and doing native programming to automate many of the tasks. And if I quantify the things, probably we have added about say 10,000 hours of productivity into the system over last 1.5 years to this kind of initiatives. Of course, we are yet to take up the structured RPA approach for complex tasks, which we are targeting this year. But the automation is there, digitization is there, and we are trying to simplify the process everywhere, and we are trying to redefine the process everywhere before digitizing the process.
Okay. Questions: are you planning for any project for next quarter or a couple of quarters from now? Since you have seen the lots of evolution is happening, you are already into the advanced systems with HANA. Are you planning other things also on the other projects somewhere or other on the front end for the customers or enhancing the capability of your employees within?
So this year focus is going to be on the usage part. We have done a lot of work over last 1.5 years. So this year probably we'll put more focus on how effectively these tools are getting used and what enhancements are required. And on the project front, our focus will be on adopting complex RPA. Addressing complex use cases through the RPA. And we will also try to explore the newer areas of utility monitoring or smart factory, to say that. So those are some of the areas which we are planning to take up along with the digitization of process, because that's a continuous process and there are still a lot of process which we are doing manually, which are on the radar for digitization front.
Okay. The penultimate question is that since the business has gone down, budgeting has been a challenge for the CIOs. CFOs, it has been difficult to explain and place the proposal with the right sizing of the budget with the CFOs of the management has been difficult. Are you also facing that same challenge, or you are taking it in a positive or a challenging way to manage things?
I think you rightly mentioned. I mean, every CIO needs to take this as a positive challenge. I mean, we as a leader are supposed to manage uncertainty. I mean, every time we may not have luxury of money. So I also have that challenge. And during pandemic, we did a lot of things which we could have done otherwise also, but we were not doing it. And by doing those things, probably we saved about 7-8% of our budget by taking those initiatives. I mean, optimizing cloud servers configuration or downscaling and reducing outsourcing services. So, I mean, we have outsourced all our standard support also, and we operating with very lean IT team for the business engagement point of view. So those are the things which is helping in such time to control the budgets also, because then you can cut down the services very easily. And that's what we did in 2020. And some of those things are becoming new normal also in 2021.
All right. What would be your piece of advice to the fellow CIOs or the peer group, or even those people who are looking up to you, that you are doing something? This is always a learning, a case study. If
Yeah.
you do something good, others will learn.
I mean, I can't advise. I can share my learning and experience to the
Right.
peer group. So, I mean, the way we have been operating over last 2.5 years, I mean, it makes more sense to be part of business. I mean, one should start getting away from the technology management and do more of the business engagement, because that's where the value is. And those who are taking up the digitization or digital transformation projects, the simple learning or the advice is, I mean, one is to start small and fail fast. I mean, that's what we have been doing. I mean, POC may not help. One is to actually get into small pilot project to experience the technology or the software. And there's no point in digitizing processes as is. One has to discover the new way of working. We call it new wow at Havemore. I mean, one has to discover new wow and then digitize the process so that you start getting the benefit of digitized processes.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Dhaval Mankad, CIO, Habmore Ice Cream.
My
Pleasure
pleasure.
catching up with you, and stay safe. Expect that soon we will catch up on a physical environment.
Same here, my pleasure. Thank
Thank
you.
you.